Chris, you've been part of a lot of leagues, and now you are playing in ILT20. How has the experience so far?
Yeah, it's been really good here at ILT20. It's been a tough comp, very very competitive. We'd have liked to have gone a little bit better as a team, but we're still in with a chance of qualification. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right. And talking about Sharjah Warriors, how do you see the chances of Sharjah Warriors? How do you sum up the season for the team as of now?
Yeah, it could, as I say, it could have gone a little bit better so far. We'd have ideally liked to have had a couple more wins under our belts, but as I said, we're still in a position where we can qualify, which is the most important thing. I think every team wants to qualify at the start of the season, so that's still our objective, and we've got a chance of doing that.
All right, and having played in IPL, how different is this league from the IPL?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to compare with IPL. Obviously, IPL's been up and running for a long time, nearly 15 years, whereas obviously this is very new, still only the second year of the competition. But I think the standard has certainly improved than last year. Some very strong teams, and obviously in this competition in this country, there's less travel. Just three venues being used: Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Sharjah. So less travel, which is obviously quite nice. Whereas IPL obviously is very busy and hectic schedule with a lot of flights involved. So that helps this one being a little bit easier from that side of things.
You're just back from the training, and I reckon, do you get the time to go around and see places in the UAE, try the cuisine out there? How's the weather been like? Because back home in England, the weather is quite pleasant out there, but in the UAE, it's quite hotter.
Yeah, it's this time of year in the UAE is actually quite pleasant. Obviously, it's warmer than home at the moment, but it's certainly a nice sort of heat. It's pretty nice in comparison to what it can be out here at different times of the year. So it's been good. We've been able to get out and about and see a few things, see a few places. Be a little bit touristy as well at the same time. So it's been nice and thoroughly enjoyable.
And I've also heard of the fact that the England team is taking a break and they are in Abu Dhabi. Any plans of visiting? Because before the third test, the team is the UAE. So are you planning to catch up on with all your friends out there?
No, I'm gonna let them have a bit of a breather with their families, which would be nice for them to kind of recharge the batteries before obviously a busy 3-match series to come. But yeah, they're obviously having a bit of a break. The break between the test matches means that it's good to get away and refresh and recharge. So no plans to meet up. I've got a busy weekend with training today and then game tomorrow. So yeah, no chance to meet up.
Chris, do you think that this break between the second and the third test match, does it help individuals and the teams, or does it take away the momentum?
No, I think there's always needs to be a break in long test match series. It's grueling on the body and on the mind. So to play 5 matches back to back is almost impossible. So to keep the standard of cricket high, I think it's most important thing that guys have a break. That both teams will enjoy the break, I think.
Mm-hmm. And we will talk about the England series a bit more. Indian team, they announced their score today, and as expected, Virat Kohli is not part of the because of personal reasons. Do you think that it is a setback for all the fans out there? How do you see that?
Yeah, it's a shame for the fans' point of view, obviously, but it's it's important that I'm sure Virat's reasons for missing the series are extremely important. Both to him, his family, etc. So we hope he is well. And I'm sure whenever he is back playing cricket, it'll be great for the fans again. But at this moment in time, it's important that he spends that time away and gets whatever it is right. And I'm sure that everyone will be delighted to see him back playing again whenever that is.
Do you think it's an advantage for England because with the likes of Virat Kohli not being there, KL Rahul Ravindra Jadeja. Though they are part of the squad, they're subject to fitness. So will this help England team an opportunity for the England to take a lead in the series 2-1?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously India have got a world class team. Even when they're missing players like the players you've named there, they're still a world class team. So they've always got players to step in, and I'm sure the players that will be playing are extremely, excited about being there as well and have an opportunity to perform well at the Test match level. So you could say it gives England a slight big better chance, but at the same time, Indian players, there's God knows how many names that can come in and repay sort of the faith that they haven't really had the opportunity, I suppose, in the past with the likes of Kohli available. So a good opportunity for other players, but obviously it'd still be tough for England.
Were you able to catch some of the highlights of the match, the first and the second Test match?
Yeah, I followed the score. I followed the scores. Followed the matches. They were really, really good matches, both of them. But I didn't actually see much of the footage. I just watched it on on scorecards and keeping up with the game. So,
yeah, were you able to watch some of the fantastic bowling by Bumrah? And do you think that Bumrah is the best all-format player at the moment?
yeah, I do. I think he's certainly up there with the world's best in all formats. To be honest with you, across the board, I think he is the best to be playing in all three formats. He's a world class operator, and to be performing like that on Indian pitches when generally they don't, help fast bowling is pretty special. He's got that X factor, and he's a delight to watch. But hopefully, England can find a way to combat his skill.
Now, everybody is talking about the bad ball, but here today we heard R. Ashwin. He said he believed that the real show stealer is boom ball. That is the Bumrah ball. Do you agree with Ashwin?
Look, but Boomer is a fantastic bowler. He really is in all conditions. The fact that he's doing it in Indian conditions is really good for the Indian team. Really good for him. Not so good for England, obviously. But I think England obviously need to be able to play him well in a chance to win. The series. They played him relatively well in the first Test match, and he bowled outstandingly well in the second. So. But they've got threats all over the field. They've got threats from a batting point of view, threats from a bowling point of view. So England have got it, perform well, but very good from Bumrah so far.
And your view on the Baz ball? Do you think that the England team has it in to defeat India in their own backyard?
I think England definitely can take the series deep. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to say that I'll sit here and say they're going to win the series, but I think they've definitely got a chance. Having two matches gone, I think it's been fairly even. Obviously, England win the first one, India the second. England have had some good moments in that second Test match as well. India were pleased the way they've bounced back, but I think the next Test match could be crucial. Yeah, whoever wins that next one will feel that they've got a great chance of winning series. But I certainly think England have got a chance. Absolutely.
And your prediction for the whole series, how do you see in terms of numbers? 3-2, 4-1, and who's favored?
I think obviously it will come down to the final Test match. I think it will. Hopefully it will be 2-2 going into the final Test match, and hopefully England can get the win in the last one.
Any tip for the English team?
Oh, no tips from me. The only tips I can say is keep doing what they're doing. I think they've played some really good cricket. And I think the best way of winning in India is by playing the way they are, is being aggressive, playing that so-called Bazball approach, and taking the aggressive option towards the Indian players and putting them under pressure. Because that's the only way you can win in India, is by putting the pressure back on the opposition. So good luck to them. I'll be watching and obviously cheering them on.
Chris, before I let you go, two quick questions. First, because the England team is in India, you'll be back in India after a month or so playing the IPL. You've played IPL in the past as well. You have played under the captaincy of Virat Kohli. How was Virat as a captain, and what all did you learn from him? From AB de Villiers.
Yeah, I mean, I just learned a lot from playing against them. in the nets. Really, obviously they're world-class bowler, world-class batsmen, and when you bowl at players like that, you learn that you can't give them an inch. You have to be on the money all the time. So that was a good learning, obviously, during that time. I enjoyed playing with Virat and Amy de Villiers, obviously huge players within the game, the world game. Loved my time at every IPL team, so that was no different. But enjoyed playing under Virat. Obviously, it's the first time I really got to kind of get to know him. Lovely guy off the field. We play against each other a lot over the years, and he's very competitive and plays the game hard on the field. But off the field is almost a very different sort of character. Very chilled, very quiet, easy to get along with, and I enjoyed my time at RCB absolutely.
And you'll be back with a lot of your English mates when you will play for the Punjab Kings, ready for that challenge, ready to do a lot of bhangras and be with the Punjab team, be with Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. As you said, a lot of English players there, so that'll be really good fun to join up with them and spend some time in India with those guys. That'll be good. Join up again with Trevor Bayliss, obviously a coach who I know very well. Had some good success with him, and obviously World Cups, and I played well under his leadership. So looking forward to seeing him again and working with him. But exciting times, yeah. Really, always good fun playing in India.
And who do you think is the greatest of all time when it comes to cricket? Because when we talk about tennis, it's Roger Federer. When we talk about cricket, anyone in particular that comes to your mind?
Oh, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I think the only GOAT in the game for me is Jimmy Anderson, comfortably.
And are you missing Jimmy Anderson and Virat Kohli's, the rivalry that we were all eagerly waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's hard, isn't it? It's tricky. It would be nice to see, that rivalry. Obviously, two world's greats playing against each other. But the reasons that Virat's missing the series is obviously very important for him. So I'm sure we'll see it again one day. Hopefully, we do.
Thank you so much, Chris. It was wonderful talking to you.